Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Dr. Joshua Kolawole. I'm a global transformational leadership trainer, and I would love you to go with me today. Today, I'm talking about transforming your pains. You see, pain is an inevitable experience in the human journey. Um, Classically, let me even pivot and talk about the book Man's Search for Meaning. Viktor Frankl. He believed that. He believed that man's search for meaning is a deeper concept that can actually be achieved in the place of adversity, pain, and during challenges. So it becomes more essential that men should leverage this period of pain to actually redefine, recharacterize, and just like I say in the word of transformation, rethink, relearn, and rebuild fundamentally what their values are. When I talk about man's search for meaning, I see it as man's search for the platform for transformation. It's as simple as that. So, pain in its myriad of form is an inevitable part of human experience. It can be physical, it could be emotional, and it can be even spiritual pain. Depending on it, pain speaks to maybe suffering or being denied a crucial part of human survival or growth. That means if you're not careful, it could actually lead you to a pathway where you get to auto destroy or auto roll into some negatives. However, the counterintuitive that I want you to pick up is that you can leverage pain as a framework for transforming your life. You can turn it into a catalyst for driving personal and leadership transformation. And that is the goal of my discussion today. The first thing is that leadership at its core requires that you guide yourself and guide others through challenging times. That's another summarized definition of leadership. You're able to guide yourself and you're able to guide others through crucial challenges. In fact, people remember you a lot when you're able to help them through challenges. I'm sure you know that by now. So the ability to transform pain into purpose is a fundamental leadership skill that would need you to embrace on your journey to transformation. Leaders who have experienced adversity in various forms and they're still able to hold their heads high at different points, they tend to have some unique form of empathy. They tend to have some unique form of resilience. They tend to have some depth of wisdom. And this enables them to be able to inspire and support others. Let me give you a classic example. Until I lost my dad, that is when I knew the pain of actually losing a dear one. I'd been a physician for quite a while before my dad died, but yet, and I've lost so many patients. I thought I had some, I liked them. They were nice people, great people, but they had to die, and it was painful. But when I lost my dad, I realized it was another realm, another level of pain. Because of that pain, I became more empathetic. I Trust me, I can even be as open to you as it took something away from my heart and it made me to now understand the pain of someone who actually probably never had a father or lost their dad at a tender age. So, what I'm saying in essence is that um, pain actually has a way of giving you some unique perspective. If you have really not gone through something before, it may be difficult for you to actually relate or resonate at that frequency. So it helps to build also resilience because now you've gone through it, you've healed over time, maybe you've healed over time, and then you now have depth of wisdom on how to analyze, how to cope in such environment. So how do you leverage pain to transform your life? The first thing I would urge you is self-awareness. You need to be self-aware. You need to understand when something is not the right thing. That means you need to be honest with yourself. You need to be truthful. You need to be a person of integrity. You need to be a person of character. If you have missed or dropped the ball at a time, you need to accept that reality and come out clean. You need to be transparent. You need to be pure. You need to, you see, someone once jokingly said, although this is not something you should do, he said, okay, even if you don't tell us the truth, please make sure you're telling yourself the truth. But in this case, I'm even saying be transparent to not only yourself, but to your people. Let them know who you are, and then be self-aware enough to accept that reality, accept your vulnerabilities. That is exactly the word. If you really want to leverage the pain to transform yourself, then you need to say, I need help. These are the things I think are done that are really not good enough. And then let them also pound on you and say, okay, I didn't mean pound in the negative form, but let them also say, okay, this and this and these are also identify factors that we think has led you to this. Let them be able to do a root cause analysis for you, do some SWOT analysis for you, and make you understand the quality of your life currently, and be sincere to accept those reality. When you are self-aware and you're able to accept those reality, the next thing is you now be on the pathway to build capacity to bounce back. That is where you actually build the concept of resilience. That is where you build the concept of having faith in yourself. That is where you build the concept of patience. That is where you build the concept of perseverance, because it's going to take some things from you to build back. To build capacity, you would have to go through some disciplined action that will require some level of consistency that you probably may not be used to. But that is the pathway to transform your pain, to allow the pain be a catalyst, a fuel to power you onto greatness, because it is that pain that you now leverage as a factor to deny your own will and now align with the principles that would make you become great. So what am I saying in essence? The first step is self-awareness. To thyself be true. Find the true north. Align the true north for yourself. Define what exactly you want and why you want it. And then you need to build capacity. You need to build resilience. You need to build capacity to bounce back. You need to set boundaries. You need to have clear-cut values system that you want to operate within. These are the lines I will not cross. These are the things I will not do, irrespective of what curveball life throws at me. When you define those value system, it guides the vision you want to achieve. Because there's something called Pyrrhic victory. You can actually win the war, but lose so much that winning the war will not be worthwhile. So you don't want that kind of victory. I was listening to a message a couple of days ago, and was saying, while you're growing up, be careful the amount of people you bruise their emotions, or you hurt their feelings, or you just are carefree about, because by the time you get up there, you will find out that you have so much negative energy around you that even the joy of getting up there will be drained from you. So you don't want a scenario where you actually get the success, but the success does not have that fulfillment, does not have the joy, the compassionate environment, the kind of graciousness that comes with excellence. It doesn't have it. The aesthetic, the beauty is lost. You don't want to just win at all costs and lose so many things. And that's why you have clear values. You have values that define who you are, what you want to do, and how you want to achieve it. These are all the things you build in the place of resilience. The next thing is, in that process of building that, you will need to build empathy. Because experiencing pain can foster a deeper understanding of the struggle of others. And remember, being a transformational leader, the goal is not just to transform yourself, it's actually to transform yourself, your teams, your organization, your team. So it's way beyond just only you. So the goal is that you have a deeper understanding of the struggle of others. You're able to connect with them at team level, at individual level, and even community level, because you've probably gone through a level of pain before. Then pain makes us also have some deep introspection. It builds what we call mindfulness. It lets us put some pressure on ourselves and actually deeply meditate, deeply analyze, deeply think and rethink about the things we're doing, the things we value the most. It helps us reprioritize. It helps us bring things that are of supreme importance to become supreme importance. It helps us reduce the noise in our environment, because when you're going through pain, you see that a lot of things just filters and become so less important, and some other things that you are taught that were less important becomes much more important in the journey. And so because of that, painful scenarios, circumstances actually has a way of reprioritizing our values. The things you really didn't place premium on significantly then becomes of higher magnitude when you're going through pain, and then you understand the reason why you need to reprioritize some things in your life. I remembered I once had, and I've had this story many a times, where patients get diagnosed with a certain disease, and they say, all of a sudden, my family became the most important thing to me. And so the question is, Ab initio, how have you been looking at your family? So it means they've always been important, but the quality of importance that has placed on them were different. So empathy brings that realization, makes us become an attentive listener, a deep listener. Then you listen more as a leader, even when you go through circumstances. So I've had it said many a times that leaders who had gone through challenges are better suited to help you grow, as against leaders who have just greatness dumped on them, or they just ran into greatness with minimal experiences. They don't have that empathy to be able to groom, to help, to support others. This that I'm talking about is also something I'm learning day by day. So it's a journey I am on. It's a journey I'm calling you on. And with the pains, the few ones I've experienced in my life, I'm also trying to use that to repurpose, to revitalize, to energize myself, to keep pushing myself, to keep going and advancing, and then not only helping myself but helping my community, helping my teams, everyone in my staff, to for us to become transformed. So like I said, when you now become, when you have deep empathy, then you start practicing gratitude, because you now understand. It changes your focus to now see that it was not always about you or your strength from the word go. So you now focus on things, you shift your perspective, and then it brings more positive outlook around you. Something that will now cause you to reframe what the past looks like and then bring it into a positive perspective, and you're grateful. And you have show gratitude for every opportunity, for every next breath you draw. Then you become more grateful, and then it helps you to be more gracious to others. And then the next thing that would happen in the process is that you now understand the value of seeking support and willingness to serve others. You understand that you need to seek support where you need help, because now you understand the concept of vulnerability and you understand the concept of strength. Pain actually exposes our vulnerabilities, and it exposes the limit of our strength. And because of that, it shows you two dimensions of who you are, and then it helps you to know how to seek support for your vulnerability, how to seek collaboration for your vulnerability, and how to use your strength to serve others. By helping others to create a better sense of purpose, it helps you. Then it also opens you up to the gaps in your knowledge, gaps in your thinking, gaps in your character, gaps in your culture. So pain is actually an excellent thing that opens us up to understand a lot of gap in how we think, what we do, how we even make choices, and everything we decide to go after. When they say leveraging pain to find meaning, it means you need to now leverage the pain to look for deeper purpose behind your struggle, and then leverage that to also work with others to identify their deeper purpose through the high of their struggle. Meaning, if I meet someone now as a transformational leader, or I have a client comes to me and they discuss their challenges, the first thing I analyze is, what's the quality of the learning? What's the quality of their thinking, the rational analysis that brought them to this point? I know there's a contemplation between the emotional dimension of our thoughts and the logical dimension of our thought, and it's a continuous challenge every human would have to deal with on the journey to transformation. It would be a continuous struggle on what to do now, how to do it now, and what your comfort nature wants now, and why you want it now. So when you continue to have that excellent blend and balance, what would happen is, over time, it will influence your choices, your decisions, and it will influence the outcomes of your life. It will influence the quality of character you have, the strength of your character, the kind of culture you will align to. The reason why some people align with some culture is because those culture aligns with their thinking, their learning, their strength of character. The day they make up their mind to become better learners, better thinkers, and better strength of character, the quality of culture they are currently will not be able to accommodate them again. It will eject them. It might even be a fight. It will eject them and take them to a higher level of transformation. So in the search for your purpose, in wrapping up, you need to acknowledge your pain. You need to show self-awareness and accept and embrace the truth. Number two is that you need to build capacity for resilience. And that's capacity for faith, for patience, for building wisdom, for learning, for understanding. You need to build that empathetic nature where you become also grateful and you're willing to seek support and also serve others. You need to build that capacity for continuous learning and improvement in your thinking, improvement in the strength of your character, and then keep evaluating the culture where you're operating. And once you find that the culture can sabotage you in a way, you find a way to immune yourself, to shield yourself, and over time you find a way to grow out of that culture to a bigger, better, more transforming culture, which actually may come with bigger challenges, but it will now bring out transformational outcomes for you. But ultimately, the goal is transforming yourself. In the bid of transforming yourself, please, I want you to leverage the pain to find meaning within. It will be a journey of self-discovery, a journey of resilience. It will be a journey of growth. It will be a journey where you have to navigate some path. And you may even need leaders to support you, to inspire you, and even some leaders to empower you. Because ultimately, it's not about you. It's about the fact that once you're done, you too will be built to be able to inspire, to empower others. You'll be able to enlighten, encourage, and empower others. By embracing pain and being aware of it, you create an opportunity for transformation. And you're ready to unlock full potentials and contribute meaningfully to our world. So I would love you at this point. Please, whatever challenges you're going into is a time for deep reflection and deep self-awareness. Then seek out a way to build capacity, define value system, clear vision, disciplined actions that you want to take daily atomic habits, daily habits that you would improve on and you would do consistently that will build you to become a greater mind, a better mind. And then once you're doing that, ensure that you create time for deep understanding, deep reflection, and then use it to drive purpose. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you. I am Dr. Joshua Kolawole. I'm from Valdymas Intelligence. Bye.